All right, my beautiful and magnificent Leos, gather close and let your radiant hearts tune in. Welcome back to Cosmic Wisdom, your sacred space for diving deep into the grand tapestry of the universe. I am your guide, and if you are hearing my voice right now, know that this is no accident. You have been guided here because the cosmos itself is about to announce a profound and majestic shift in your reality. Can you feel it, that subtle yet undeniable surge of energy, like the first rays of dawn breaking over the horizon, promising a brand new day? This isn't just another fleeting message. This is a divine proclamation. A powerful cosmic roar is echoing through the heavens, carrying a message meant only for you, dear Leo. The universe is whispering, no, it is declaring that a monumental shift is upon you, a shift in your kingdom, a test of your heart's true courage, and a love worthy of your magnificent spirit is about to make its grand entrance. Nothing is ever a coincidence, my friends. This is a message orchestrated by the divine, a spotlight being shone upon you in this very moment, so that you may finally fully and completely understand that you have never walked your path alone. Now, before we step into this incredible river of cosmic truth together, I want you to make a sacred pact with your own magnificent destiny. If you are ready to claim the abundance, the love, and the power that is your birthright, seal this intention right now by giving this video a like. Share it so that this incredible light may reach your fellow lions and lionesses. And if you have not yet joined our beautiful pride, please subscribe to become a part of the Cosmic Wisdom family, a sacred covenant to ensure you never miss a message that has been written in the stars just for you. And in the comments below, let's create a powerful wave of intention together. Let me know you are ready to receive by typing this declaration: I am ready to claim my kingdom. Let's fill this space with your powerful, radiant energy. Are you ready? Let's begin. First, let's speak of this incredible shift in your kingdom. My dear Leo, when I say you are moving, I want you to understand that we are speaking of something so much grander than simply changing your address. This is about the rebirth of a sovereign, the coronation of your soul, finding its way not just back into the light, but becoming the very source of that light. Close your eyes for just a moment, magnificent Leo. Imagine yourself standing on a stage that has become familiar, comfortable, but perhaps a little too small. The spotlight feels a bit dim. The audience has grown quiet, and the role you've been playing no longer makes your heart sing. Those walls that stage, they have seen your triumphs and your tears. They have witnessed the nights you felt your roar soften to a whisper, with no one to truly understand the fire that still blazed within you. And now, as you take your final bow on that old stage, your heart, that great, courageous lion's heart of yours, knows it is time for a new production. It is time to leave. Not because you are defeated, but because your soul is demanding a grander theater, a kingdom that can truly contain the majesty of who you are becoming. I believe with every fiber of my being that every time a Leo walks away from a home, a job, or even a relationship, you are not losing a single thing. Oh no, you are simply returning to the past, what no longer holds a vibration worthy of your future. In that moment of departure, you are consciously choosing to receive from the universe a golden ticket, an invitation to step onto a much brighter, more magnificent stage. That, my friends, is divine grace. It is the universe's standing ovation, acknowledging that you have learned every line perfected, every scene in that old play, and now a brand new epic is calling your name with the triumphant sound of trumpets announcing your arrival. You see, this move isn't merely about packing boxes or signing papers. It is a sacred ritual for your soul. It is the moment where you, the king or queen of your own domain, decide to abdicate a smaller throne to claim the empire that has always been waiting for you. With each box you pack, you are not just storing possessions. You are lovingly packing away the lessons of the past. You are cleansing the old energies, dusting off the crown that perhaps felt a little heavy, and making room for a brilliant divine light to flood your life like a torrent of liquid gold. The spirit of a Leo was never meant to be contained. You are a force of nature, a blazing fire of creativity and passion. And even when you have felt blocked, when life has tried to build walls around you, your spirit, like a mighty river of lava, has always found a way to curve, to bend, and to carve a new path back to the open expanse where it can flow freely. I know that so many of you have had to make powerful exits in your life, sometimes with a thunderous roar, and other times in a dignified, majestic silence. Every stage you left behind, every kingdom you abdicated, carried with it a piece of the old you. But I want you to hear me clearly. You were never ever running away. You were only shedding a costume that no longer fit. You were stepping into a more authentic, more powerful version of yourself, like a magnificent lion shedding a lesser coat to reveal the radiant golden mane beneath. You are paying the sacred price for your own freedom, and in that moment, you turned your back and walked toward the light. You did not lose the past. You liberated yourself from it. Some people, those who are intimidated by your light, might have looked at your departure and called it weakness. They might have whispered that you gave up. But I see the absolute truth, and I believe the very opposite. It takes the bravest, most courageous heart to let go of what is known, to step away from the predictable, and to face the unknown with your head held high. Only a heart that has known the shadows can be strong enough, brave enough to choose the dazzling light, even if it means walking that path alone for a time. And it is in that very act of sovereign departure that you affirm to the entire cosmos, I am worthy of a new beginning. I am worthy of a kingdom that matches the majesty within me. Allow this profound comfort to wash over you now. You do not need to carry everything. Put down the heavy suitcases filled with old regrets, past failures, or broken promises. That weight, my dear Leo, is the very anchor that has been keeping your magnificent hot air balloon from soaring into the stratosphere. It is time to cut the ropes. It is time to lay it all down so the wings of your soul can finally catch the winds of destiny. You are being reborn, not quietly, but brilliantly, like a supernova exploding in the cosmos, a celestial fire rising from old ashes to illuminate the entire galaxy. And let me whisper a divine secret to you: every time you make a sovereign move, every time you close the curtain on an old chapter, the universe isn't just rewriting your map. It is upgrading your entire kingdom. You are no longer confined to a small room in the castle. You are stepping into the grand hall, where new doors of opportunity, creativity, and joy are swinging open, leading you ever closer to the wholeness and brilliance of your true royal being. Believe this, magnificent Leo. You are not just a survivor. You are a sovereign chosen by the divine to be reborn again and again, each time rising brighter, bolder, and more magnificent. This path requires courage, but you have never been alone. Legions of angels, your spiritual court, have been watching over you, carrying you step by step. And when that moment comes, when you are in your new space, your new kingdom, and you open the first window to breathe in the fresh air of your new life, you will realize that fear has dissolved, the shadows have been left behind, and freedom will smile at you like the loyal and trusted friend it has always been. But remember, on this grand journey of coronation, it is not always just about stepping into the light. For sometimes before the grand doors to the throne room can truly open, the heart of the lion must face a deeper truth, a profound trial that all great leaders must endure: the presence of loss. Perhaps in your great and generous heart, there is a space that feels empty, a space where the joyous roar of someone you loved once echoed, and now only a deafening silence remains. Loss, my dear Leo, never sends an invitation. It arrives like a sudden eclipse, blocking out the sun, sweeping through your kingdom, and carrying away the warmth you believed would last forever. But you, more than any other sign, are ruled by the sun, and you know that an eclipse is temporary. The sun is never extinguished. Its light is merely veiled for a moment. The universe never takes without giving something in return. Every loss you experience is a profound test of your courage, a sacred mirror held up to your soul, so that you can see the unconquerable light that is waiting to shine even brighter on the other side. I once knew a magnificent Leo who lost the person they considered the center of their universe. That night, they sat beneath a sky torn open by 1 billion stars, their eyes heavy with unshed tears, their proud heart struggling to hold its regal composure. The world looked at them and saw only a king or queen who had lost their kingdom, assuming they had shattered, that no strength could ever lift them again. Yet, in those very ashes of grief, the true fire of the phoenix was born. From a pain that felt like an absolute end, they discovered new wings of purpose, a deeper, more compassionate, more authentic strength waiting to rise. They learned that their light was not dependent on another, but was a star in its own right. Loss, after all, is not here to diminish you, dear Leo. It comes to remind you that your soul, a fragment of the sun itself, was never meant for prolonged darkness. You belong to life, to light, to the endless roaring fire of love. Every tear you shed is never ever wasted. Each drop is a liquid sunbeam soaking into the barren earth of your sorrow and blooming one day into a magnificent garden of wisdom and resilience. From the very place where you once wept in solitude, flowers of unwavering faith and indomitable hope will burst forth, and you will look back and see that it was the shadow that taught you the true, immeasurable brilliance of your own light. You may roar to the heavens, "Why me? Why must I, who give so much, lose what I hold most precious?" And the universe answers not to deepen your pain, but to remind you that your soul was chosen. It was chosen to carry the light of leadership, of courage, after the shadow has passed. Others may stumble in the darkness and remain there, but you, Leo, though you may tremble, you always get back up. You always find your roar. And that persistence, that indomitable spirit, is the absolute proof that you have never been abandoned by the divine. Do not fear loss, for sometimes loss is simply the universe's way of unchaining your hands from something that has completed its sacred contract in your soul's journey, like a royal decree that sets a servant free. Once their task is done, you do not truly lose. You are being guided toward a new land, a higher plane of existence, where your heart is healed and where love is no longer a test of your strength, but a testament to it. I want you to place your hand on your heart right now. Feel that your heart has never been weak. It has been tested, it has been stretched, it has bled, yet it still beats with the rhythm of 1,000 drums. It still roars for life. It still longs for woe. That is the sacred, unbreakable strength that the divine breathed into you from the moment you were born. And when you look back, you will see that loss did not take away your worth. It only carved you into a more brilliant diamond, refined through pressure, magnificent in your facets. So let the tears fall if they must, but do not let them extinguish your fire. Let them be the holy water that cleanses your soul, so that from it may grow blossoms of hope. And soon you will walk into that new garden of your life, breathe deeply, and realize everything had a divine and royal purpose. And then, my magnificent friend, after the shifts in your kingdom, after the trials of your heart, after the long nights where you thought only emptiness remained, the universe will prepare to send you its greatest reward. Something breathtaking, something unexpected. A grand door swinging open right before your heart. Listen. Listen closely with your soul. Do you hear that? It is not a soft, timid knock. It is a confident, joyful, and resounding call at the gates of your heart. Their love is waiting to enter. Leo, have you ever heard a sound in the stillness of the night, a beautiful melody that you thought was only the wind, yet your heart began to beat faster, as if recognizing a song from a lifetime ago? That is how true love comes to you. Not timidly, not hesitantly, but with a bold and beautiful fanfare, a presence that announces itself at the door of your soul. And you will know in your very core that this love is not here to test you. It is not here to make you weep again. It arrives as an ancient promise, fulfilled a gift written long ago in the great celestial book of destiny to remind you of a profound truth. You are not only capable of a great and powerful love, you are supremely worthy of receiving one. I truly believe that for a Leo, love is never an accident. It is a destiny. It is like two majestic rivers of gold flowing through mountains and valleys, enduring storms and droughts, only to finally gloriously find each other and merge into one vast, shimmering ocean of light. I once saw a Leo who, after years of guarding their heart behind walls of pride and past hurts, suddenly met a stranger. And with just one look, with one shared laugh, the great bonfire within their chest, which had dwindled to embers, roared back to life, brighter and warmer than ever before. In that single moment, they understood. Love never disappears. It simply waits. It waits for the right time, the right soul, the right divine alignment to bloom in all its glory. Remember, this magnificent Leo, true love does not come to cage you. It does not come to imprison your free and fiery spirit in fear, doubt, or worry. It comes to shatter the old chains. It comes to be your royal partner on a grand new adventure to heal the battle scars you have carried with such dignity. This is not the kind of love that makes you question your worth. This is the love that holds up a golden mirror and shows you just how radiant, how precious, and how utterly whole you already are. Someone is standing at the door of your heart, Leo, and they do not come empty-handed. They come bearing a shining lantern, a light that represents trust, devotion, and a sincere desire to build a glorious future with you. If you can only find the courage to lower the drawbridge, if you can only dare to believe you are worthy of a love so grand that light will pour in, warming every single corner of your soul, and then you will see. Love is not a missing piece of you that you must chase. It is grace. It is the universe's confirmation that your reign of walking alone is over. Yet I want to whisper another sacred secret to you. A love this beautiful, a light this bright, must be nourished and protected. A great bonfire can easily be diminished if we do not tend to it. So, my dear Leo, to keep this destined love, you need something more than passion, more than loyalty. You need to fiercely protect the sacred energy of your own soul. Do you remember those moments, Leo, when you have been quietly gazing into a fire or feeling the warmth of the sun on your skin, and a sudden knowing, a deep certainty washes over you that is more than just a feeling? It is a message from your divine inner sovereign, from God and the universe. That is your royal intuition, the sacred golden compass you carry from lifetime to lifetime. I believe a Leo's intuition is never a fleeting whim. It is the roar of your soul, the golden thread connecting you directly to the heart of the sun, the source of all light. Each time you have a recurring dream, each time your heart gives a definitive yes or no before a person or event that is not a coincidence. That is your divine guidance system, the invisible map the universe has placed within you to remind you that you are always being led toward your highest good. But in this world, a light as bright as yours inevitably makes the shadows tremble, and you, with your open, generous heart, can sometimes be an unknowing target for the invisible arrows of envy, the bitter words spoken in jealousy, the heavy, draining energy of those who are not sincere. That is why you must learn to protect your magnificent aura, not with cold, impenetrable walls that block out love, but with a vibrant, shimmering circle of golden light. Connect with the energy of the sun itself. Spend a few moments each morning facing the dawn, closing your eyes, and imagining its golden rays forming an impenetrable shield of light around you. You can also work with crystals like citrine, the stone of joy and abundance, or sunstone, the stone of leadership and personal power. Hold it in your hand and declare, "My light is my own. I am protected." Let the scent of frankincense or sandalwood in your home be a purifier, clearing away any energy that does not belong in your sacred kingdom. And remember, every prayer, every declaration of your worth spoken before you sleep is a golden key that allows your guardian angels to step in and watch over your dreams. You do not need to engage in arguments or justify your brilliance to those who live in shadow. Your regal silence is a powerful enough answer. Your silence is your royal decree to the universe that your light cannot and will not be dimmed. And the universe will honor that decree, turning your silence into a sacred shield so that every scheme aimed against you dissolves into nothingness, like smoke in the wind. Trust the rhythm of your own heart, for your heart is the most sacred compass you possess. When you stand at a crossroads place, your hand upon your chest, breathe deeply and ask your soul, which path expands my light? Which path makes my heart roar with joy? That is your answer. For your intuition has never been wrong, only waiting for your courage to listen and to act. The brighter the light you carry, Leo, the more eyes will naturally turn toward you. Some will gaze in admiration and some in envy. But you must remember this: you were not born to appease the darkness. You were born to be a lighthouse, a bonfire, a sun that reflects the magnificent creative light of the divine into this world. And when you protect the sacred energy of your soul, no one can ever touch the unshakable peace that lives within your heart. And it is from that very state of serene, confident power that unexpected doors will swing open. Opportunities, abundance, and new creative currents are already on their way, as if the universe itself is sending you a royal treasure to confirm that every courageous step you have taken was seen, honored, and celebrated.